Happy Monday. I wanted to come on and share with you guys a couple of tips for posting on social media. So happy Monday. It is the end of November. I cannot believe it already. And I really just want you to take this time, like honestly, take the next couple of days to really get your head into a zone of December is still work time. Like it is not a time to sit back. It is not a time to just dwindle the year away. This is the end of a decade. This is the end of a year. And I'm telling you until you're blue in the face, everything you do right now makes an impact on the first half of your year in 2020. So if you want a team, if you want to rank up, if you want more money, you have to put in the work now. Every single time that you are inviting somebody, that you are putting that out there, that you are telling somebody about this, you are doing yourself the work, the favor. You're filling up that well. If you guys watched my last video, it's literally filling up the well, filling up this jar, filling up this container of people, of energy, of things that you're going to, or of energy that you're going to use in the new year. These people are going to either come to you, they're going to say yes now, that'd be amazing. But if they don't say yes now, they are coming to you because you're the one doing the work. Everybody else around you is sitting back. Everybody else is taking the easy way out. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be a walk in the park, hitting Success Club. It's going to require more work in the month of December than it is in January, because one, you are tired. Two, it's ugly outside. Like, it's not pretty. You don't wake up and you're like, oh, what a beautiful day. I feel so lovely today. It's ugly. It's gray. It's gross. It's not pretty. Three, people are going to give you excuses. They are going to give you baloney excuses, and that's okay. Go into those excuses not feeling pressured like you have to sign these people up. Remove the pressure off of yourself. Your goal in December is not your focus in December is not to sign people up. Let yourself go of that pressure. It is not your focus to sign people up. They will sign up because they want to. They will sign up because you did your job. They will sign up because you do what I'm going to show you how to do tonight. But it is not your focus to get people to sign up, to convince them. Get that word out of your vocabulary. To close the deal. Get that out of your vocabulary. Release yourself of this pressure. Your focus in the month of December is, one, to tell as many people as possible about this coaching opportunity and about your boot camp. Two, I'm talking more people in the month of December than you have in the last 3 to 6 months. That's how many people I need you to tell. Because those people are the ones that are coming to you in January and February, not the people you're inviting in January and February. Those people are going to be down the road. The people who are coming to you and signing up to start your year, to join your team in the month of January and February, to set you up for success for the year of 2020, to make your money, to put literally cash in your pocket, that comes in the month of December, putting out as many little seeds and planting these little seeds and watering them all throughout the month of December. I lost my other train of thought, but that's my main point, okay? I need you to release this pressure off of yourself, and I need you to get in the zone. I need you to get in the zone like December is my hustle time. You work harder than anyone else in the month of December. You get to have an easier March, April, May, June, July. You get to have an easier, more free-flowing style of a year in the months of the summertime, when you want to be outside, when you want to take a vacation. You get to have those slower downtimes in those months and still get paid because you're the one that's grinding right now. Are you going to see the benefits right now? Absolutely not. But zone in, focus in, literally just put your head down and be like, I am doing my invites every single day. Decide on a number. I don't care if it's 5, I don't care if it's 10, I don't care if it's 30, I don't care what the number is. Decide on a number that you can do every single day and non-negotiable every single day. The same way that you brush your teeth, you do your invites. Do your invites while you're brushing your teeth, for all I care. I don't care. Choose a number that you can do every single day. If you want to pump out more one day, go for it. But your non-negotiable, that bare ass minimum, pick that number. Every single day you read your personal development, non-negotiable, there's no excuses. There is literally no excuses. You are reading personal development every single day, whether you're listening to it or you're reading it. It's in your head every single day, at least 20 minutes. Figure out a time, put it in your schedule. The third thing that's non-negotiable is doing your workout. Do your workout and show it. Somehow, some way, shape or form, I don't care. Show that you're doing your workout, okay? The last thing that I want you to do is get yourself results and share results of other people. Whether that is people who are doing the same program that you're doing, the best, most ideal is your own clients or your own team, or showcase things that you're seeing within the either the Happy Life Club or your boot camp or my boot camp, whatever it is, show that things are happening. You are going to go into this, and I'm going to give you these tips of actually how to post right now, but you are sharing these things not to make a sale, but to show people what they have the option to have. It's not to make a sale. You're not putting up your workout videos to make a sale, to have somebody join you, to make somebody reach out to you. You are putting up that video because if you do, somebody might think to themselves, if she did it, I can do it. If she did it yesterday and today, and she's still talking about all of these hard things that she's going through, I can actually show up. If you showcase that you're doing your personal development or that you're showing up for your work, somebody else can think to themselves, if she can do this, why can't I? Why can't I? And I guarantee somebody is going to have that success of some kind because you showed yourself doing it. Your job is not to be this person who spits out, you could join me, you can join me, you can join me. It's simply to show what you're doing, okay? All right, let me share my screen. Okay. Can you guys all see that? Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best to fly through this because if you guys have any questions at the end, ask them. Use this chance to ask questions, get ideas, ask other people. It doesn't even have to just be me, but use this time to ask questions for your social media because I know that this is something, if you are not posting on social media, you are stopping yourself from having a reason to invite people. So the first thing I will say is you have to have something to talk about. The second thing I will say is pick something to invite to. It makes your sharing all of these things that I'm going to talk about, it makes them that much simpler. If you know what it is that you need to bring people into, that you're inviting to, picking all of your stories that I'm going to talk about is like so much easier. It's so much easier. But if you don't have a boot camp to run, or you don't have a boot camp to invite to, or you don't have, you're not inviting to your team, then people, like, coming up with these stories is just going to be impossible, and it's going to feel hard, and it's going to feel like just not fun. And if it's not fun, then you're not going to be more likely to do it. Okay. Okay. So, ooh, this is a good quote. So let me put this here. Okay. So what are we talking about when it comes to where you're posting on social media? The first one is you're obviously posting to your groups. Sorry, that you're posting to your feed, whether that's your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed. I think most of us use Instagram majority of the time. When it comes to Facebook, just a little sidebar, if you are not interested in posting on Facebook, I'm okay with it. I really am. However, you have to know that if you are not posting on Facebook and you are choosing not to invite or share on Facebook, you are closing yourself off to that market. For me, for a really long time, mostly this year, I have not posted on Facebook because I don't want the people who are who were following me on Facebook, I don't want them to see what I'm sharing. And so what I was growing through this year, I had very specific people who were on Facebook that I did not want to see anything that I was posting. Now I'm starting to go back to posting on Facebook because I've got 2,100 friends over there. I mean, there's bound to be at least one person that wants to join me because they see me on Facebook. They might not see me on Instagram. So choose your platforms wisely. But if you are saying, I don't want Facebook, you have to know that you are saying, I am cutting myself off intentionally from that market for this reason. Now, that's not to say that you can't invite from Facebook. You can still invite from Facebook, but I would direct them over to your Instagram. So something like, hey, I don't know if you've seen over on my Instagram, but I'm inviting for my next boot camp. Would you be interested in something like that? Then you're sending them over to Instagram. Then they're going to go and look for you. Then they can see that, and so on and so forth. So you can still invite. You don't necessarily need to post. Does that make sense? The second place that you're posting is in your stories. I personally never watch Facebook stories, so I always forget to post in my Facebook stories, but definitely Instagram stories. If you are not posting in your Instagram stories, you are leaving money on the table. I am going to give you ways that you can post to your stories with an attractive way, like in an attractive way, and in a way that doesn't make you feel like you are selling anything, but you are kicking yourself if you are not posting to your stories. And then the third place is not necessarily social media, but it is posting in your groups. And all I want to say about this is you are going to use the same strategies that you use to social media to share in your groups. And honestly, guys, it's storytelling. It is literally storytelling, whether they are two-line stories or they are a long post story. Either way, it is storytelling, and you are going to get your clients to do the next program, to join back in with you, to do a boot camp by sharing a story. I don't sell my clients on something, but I share the story of what I am inviting to so that they can see themselves in that. So that's what we're going to talk about. And I need you to hear this. I need you to remember this. I actually just heard it in a video training that I was watching because, yes, I still watch YouTube video trainings from other coaches every single week. I'm always learning. And I just heard this and it said, what you post about is what you'll attract. Remember that. I forgot about that. I've gotten, that thought kind of went off to the side. I forgot about it. I'm bringing it back. So what you post about is what you will attract. If you are only posting about your family or about, I don't know, what you're going through or things that you're doing during the week, if you're only posting about those things, you are never going to attract clients that want to join your boot camp or coaches that want to join your team. You have to talk about all of it. If you are recruiting for your team, let's say you have a goal of ranking up to Emerald or to go Diamond, you need to be talking about coaching in order to attract coaches. If you are trying to rank up, but you're only talking about boot camps, you are only ever going to attract boot campers. You are only ever going to attract people who want to be clients. If you want to recruit coaches to your team, you have to talk about the business opportunity. Now you're saying to yourself, right? I don't have a business to share about. I don't have this success to talk about. I haven't been in the business long enough to have these stories about coaching. You share what your vision is and you share why you started coaching. You share where you're going. And then once you had things, little things, like once, say for example, you sign your first person up, or you get your first paycheck, or you hit your first Success Club month, or you hit your first rank, you share those stories, okay? Okay, moving on. I need to escape this because, man, hang on. I don't know how Oh my Lanta, that's not at all what I wanted to do. One sec. That's clearly too big. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when it comes to posts, you are going to use your feed to share stories that show in a more curated way who you are and what you do. So your posts to your feed, they need to look good, they need to be attractive, they need to be, they are the more curated photos. Now, I am a preacher of being real, honest, authentic. Find a way to do that while still making your feed attractive. If I go to your feed and you don't have the same colors in your feed, if your pictures are blurry, if your photos are dark and unclear, if you're not posting in a more attractive way, just that doesn't mean like attractive physical appearance. It just means if I were to take a picture right now, I don't know, like put your hair nice. Like I took, for a great example is if you guys saw my before and afters that I posted today with like my hair is literally just like a grease ball and it's slicked back and it's not cute at all. That would be a great example of what not to post on your public feed. Simply because, not because you're not beautiful enough or you're not pretty enough to post that on your feed, it's simply because your feed needs to be the pretty storefront of your business. If you go into a store, I am sweating buckets. One sec. Holy guacamole. All of a sudden got heated. If I were to open a store and you came in, let's talk about a gym. Have you guys ever been to a gym? Probably. If you've ever been to a gym before, if you were to walk into the gym and there was dumbbells everywhere, there was dirty towels all over the floor, the equipment was just like disorganized, like if you're on a treadmill or a bike or whatever, they have like the extra pieces and they were just all over the floor and everything was messy. The staff was just chilling at the desk, didn't give a crap, never said hi to you. Would you feel attracted to come into the gym? Probably. I would be making a beeline for it. I'd be like, this is disgusting. I don't ever want to be here. That's not to say that the gym has imperfections. It's not to say that there's issues in the gym. It's not to say that the gym needs a cleaning. It's not to say that the gym gets dirty. It's simply indicating that when you come into the store, when you come into the gym, it's attractive, it's welcoming, it looks good. Once you're in there, that's where you get to know the drama. That's where you get to know all the little nitty gritties about everybody's lives. That's where you get to know people. That's where you get to share your struggles, hear other people's struggles. It's when you're inside. Does that make sense? So your feed needs to be attractive because it's your storefront. Now, with that being said, I personally really, really push you to do more talking about the business and your boot camps and all of that than just random things, simply because people need to hear it 1,000,000 times. However, there is a nice, sexy way, is what I call it, of sharing coaching and the boot camps and the workouts or what you're going through. There is a sexy way to do it. And to me, that's through storytelling. Okay. So write these down. These are all different ways that you can post to your page. First, why did you start coaching? Why did you start Beachbody programs? What is your vision and why is that your vision? So it's great to tell me, I want to make more money. Why? What are you going to spend it on? When you make your first $1,000 in coaching, when you have your first $100 week, what are you going to make? What are you going to spend it on? When you make your extra $500 for Christmas, what are you buying? Why does this matter to you? Do you see how if you were to write a post that says, I am so excited to make my first $500 in this business because I am going to pay down my student loan double the amount, because there's nothing that stresses me out more every single month than knowing that I am paying for this student loan with, or say it was your credit card debt. That's something that I actually know. I'm going to pay $500 to my credit card bill because there's nothing that stresses me out every single day more than knowing that I have 19% interest racking up on my Visa bill simply because of my financial situation. I am so excited to put this money down. I just shared about coaching. I just shared about the business, but I never said, come and join my team. Indirectly, I said, I am so happy that I have this business. I am so excited to make money because I can. And here's what I'm doing. This is the problem. Here is the solution. And the person who's reading it can see themselves in it. You don't need to say that I'm recruiting for my next team, I'm recruiting for my next new coach mentorship in that post. You don't need to say that. People will get it indirectly. So you are using your feed to show curated, beautiful, attractive. You need to bring them in. If you were to go on a date, are you gonna look like crap? No, you are gonna make that first impression real freaking good, right? Okay, so don't try and sell your offer in a post. Try and connect, tell stories that show them what you have the solution to, okay? So when I go to create a post, I am always thinking, is this going to stop their scroll? Is this going to showcase coaching or the way I can help somebody with their health and fitness? Or is this going to connect with somebody? So I'm sure that you guys have seen, I share a lot about my personal growth journey throughout this year with mental health, with going to therapy, with what I'm learning, what I'm growing through. I share those things because that's the way that I can connect to my people. I can connect to my followers. I don't share it for me. I mean, part of it is therapeutic. Like I share that because it's very therapeutic to write those things, but I share it with the intention that I am connecting to the people who are following along with me, okay? Not to sell anything. Okay, posting in your stories. I've got a few things to say about this. Use your stories to give the offer and showcase you authentically. One second, I need water. So this is where if you were to walk into that gym and it is beautiful looking, everything is clean, it's perfectly placed, curated in a way that just makes you feel so excited. The culture is beautiful. The vibe is just so good. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to be here. I literally just want to be here. So I engulf myself in this place, right? I'm just like, okay, how much, what can I get more of? Where can I get more of? I need to look in all of the rooms. I need to talk to people. I need to read all of the things on the walls. Do you ever feel like that? Have you ever been somewhere and you're like, I literally just need to consume as much as possible in this one area? I'm thinking of the studio that I go to here in Waterloo. And that was me when I first went there. First, I stalked their social media. Then I went there to ask the questions in person, which I never do. And it was simply because I was like, I need to feel the energy of this place. And when I was there, I was like, I can't get enough. I need to see everything. I need to read everything. I need to be in every room. And that is the same thing as what people are doing when they come to your page. So your curated page is going to be beautiful. It's going to be attractive. It's going to be sexy. And then they're going to be like, okay, I need to consume more. I need to get in on this vibe. They're going to read your posts. They're going to check out your stories. They're going to look at your story highlights. If you don't have highlights, you are leaving them wishing for more. And that's not really what you want. You want to give them as much as possible. So when it comes to your stories, this is where you get to showcase yourself and you get to tell your offer. You get to tell them what you have to offer them. So this is where your marketing can come in. This is where you can do your call to actions. So actually saying, I have a boot camp, I've got 3 spots, you can join me, here's how. That's where you do all of that stuff. Remember, it would be like if you walked into that gym right away, somebody was like, do you want to buy this? Do you want to pay $300 for this membership? You can have unlimited access. We have a sauna. We have a blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, no. That's the way I think about my feed versus my stories. Once they are invested, once they are there, they're like, okay, girls, got it going on. I need to see her vibe. Then they go to your stories. That's where you can say, I can help you. I can help you. This is where you show what you're doing and what you're using. This is where people get to know who you are. What are the quirks that you have? Who are you? What do you do? Are you funny? Are you sarcastic? Are you loving? Are you quiet? Are you loud? Do you like to dance? Are you weird? Like, what is it about you that you can showcase in your stories? So I actually would love to give like a huge shout out. Taylor, you do this so well. You are so yourself in your stories, and that is how I know that when you're talking about something, it's real. Because I can go to your stories and be like, I know there's nothing she would ever post that isn't really her. So when you're talking about your recruiting to your page, I know that it's real. I don't feel like you're trying to pitch me anything. I just feel like you're talking to me. Does that make sense? Because you show your quirks, you show the funny things about you, you show the silly things about you, you talk about what you do, where you're going, what you like to drink. I know so many things about your day-to-day life just because you share it real, okay? That's what I should get from you. I should understand the little things that make you you, and you could probably point those out about me, right? You could probably point those out about me because I share those little tiny funny things throughout my stories. Things like, I don't even know, it would be fun. In the chat box, you guys tell me, what are those little quirky things that you point out, that you get from my stories? Okay. Other things that you want to share in your stories is, what do you like to do? What are you funny? Are you funny, sarcastic? What are you known for? What are you going through right now? Another thing that I would say, so if you are going through something right now, and for example, all of the thing that I've been going through all year, I have been sharing it. And then ever since I started therapy, I've been really sharing, and I share about my therapy experience. I talk about it. I talk openly about it. And the reason I share that is because I want to attract people who are willing to do the inner work. I don't want to attract people who have, that are going through this mental health battle, but are willing to complain about it. I want to attract people who might be facing something that have the courage and the strength and the bravery to say, I am willing to change my life too. Because you did, I'm willing to change my life too. That's why I share it. And then I also share it because not every single person who follows me is going to want to join me, but there is something that I can give them to make their life better. And if I can share what I am growing through right now, what I'm going through and what I'm facing and how I'm feeling, if I can share that, I might be able to be the voice that I always wish that I had when I was younger and scrolling through social media, okay? So something personal that you might be going through, and it doesn't have to be like emotional. Let's say you are going through looking for a new place to live, or you are buying a car, or you are, I don't know, something like that. You can take us through that process. So when we were moving, something that I did in my stories was I took videos of us going through and doing the showings of all of the apartments. It's just taking us through your life. Let us get to know you. If I know you, I'll buy from you. Okay. Okay. Which goes to state for the last point at the bottom here. You're not recruiting a new coach by sharing jokes. You're recruiting a new coach in your message, in that DM invite, because they relate to you being funny, doing jokes too. They like your jokes. They're not being recruited because you made a funny. They are being recruited because you make funnies and they relate to that. Does that make sense? It's a little bit confusing, but does that make sense? They get you, they relate to you, that's why they're joining. They're not joining because you showed up on your Instagram story and you made a joke and they're like, oh my God, I need to join your team. They're joining you because they're like, I literally want to be friends with you. Like, I want to join you. I want to be friends with you. Okay? Okay. In your stories, you need to show solutions, not tell facts. If there is nothing else that you take away from this call, it needs to be this. You are showing solutions, not facts. So I'm asking you a question. Will you buy something if someone says, I have these leggings for $162, DM me if you want them? I definitely would not. I'd be like, okay, great. Like, whatever. Okay, awesome. Like, A, that's super expensive. I don't know why I feel like I need that. B, no. Like, skip. Like, I'd be like passing through, like, whatever. You have no connection to them. You have no idea what your life will be like because you bought those leggings. But would you buy leggings if I said, girl, I know you are freaking tired of the waistband. You need something that is tight but doesn't give you the stomach ache after wearing it for too long. You need something that is both comfortable for the day but can also be worn in a workout and can be worn for a night out. Would you buy them? Maybe. You might be more likely to buy them because you're like, wait a second, this can actually solve all my problems. But if it's me, I'd be like, okay, yeah, great. I have all of those problems, but I still don't want to buy them, right? Would you buy it or would you be more likely to buy it if I said, I used to open my closet and I took a picture in these $162 black leggings. And on that post, on that story or in my feed, I said, I used to open my closet to get ready for a night out and end up with a room that looked like a hurricane hit it. I hated jeans because my weight was constantly fluctuating. I used to compare myself to my best friends, feeling so insecure. I just needed something I could wear that would look good, make me feel good and confident, and not think about my body size all night. The one and only thing I felt slightly confident in was leggings, but I didn't have any plain black. I had workout ones, which were bright pink and blue. There was nothing I wanted more than to be confident, feeling good in my clothes. Good when I went out. No matter what size your body is, whether you want to stay there or not, feeling good in your clothes is everything. I get it. Through every single season with my health and my body, I feel confident in what I wear. And I never talked about the leggings, but you clearly knew because I was showing this really cute outfit with these plain black leggings, and I am not super tiny. I am just a regular girl that has regular sized legs, and you know, I'm not this like super perfect posed person. I'm just this regular old girl who's wearing a pair of black leggings, sharing my story. Would you be more likely to consider or press purchase on $162 leggings reading that story? Probably. You might have to read that story multiple times before you pull the trigger, or you might read that story, you don't necessarily buy those leggings, but you buy something else that solves that problem. The reason is because you can picture yourself in that situation. Even though it's my story, and that's a real story, that is not a made-up story, that is a real thing that I used to go through when I was in university, all real. Exactly what I went through. You can feel the emotion, you can feel the problem, and you can picture yourself there. If you were in that, if you were facing those problems right now, you could see, damn, I wish I had those leggings. Like, I didn't know that I needed leggings so bad, right? You would start to consider it. And then if I were to reach out to you and be like, girlfriend, I'm so happy to reach out to you. I've got a sale on right now. These leggings are $162. I love them. Do you want to snag them? I would probably say like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about it. I might not buy them because I don't buy clothing very much. But if this was a protein powder, 100% I'd buy that in a heartbeat, right? But it has to be that thing that that is a problem for you right now. I never in this post said a straight up, I have $162 leggings. Do you want to buy them? Not once. You just knew, reading in between the lines, that I was talking about those leggings in that picture and you wanted them. You didn't care what the price was. You didn't care what you were going to have to go through to buy them. They were there. You're telling a story and you're getting that connection. Does that make sense? Okay. So your main job is to solve a problem. I say this to myself all the time, and I want to say it to you, but you are not a fact stater, you're a problem solver. You constantly have to be thinking, how can I solve the problem that my ideal client is facing, that my ideal coach is facing? How can I solve their problem? The first thing you need to know is, what are their problems? What are the main problems that your ideal client is facing right now? Like specifically, don't say weight loss, don't say insecurity, don't say confidence. Specifically, if she were to have a thought in her head right now, what is it? Is it that she's staring in the mirror, hating her body? Is it the nasty things that she's saying to herself? If it's insecurity, what is she saying? If it's money issues, maybe this is relating to your ideal coach. If she's having money issues, what specifically is she saying? What is she thinking? What is she doing? What are the problems that she is facing right now, and how can you solve them? So a great example of this is right now, my ideal client and coach, they are thinking that they can't start this right now because they in their heads, they want to make everybody else happy for the holidays. They're thinking about the Christmas gifts that they want to buy. They're trying to save up for it. They're putting these Christmas gifts on credit cards. This girl is always thinking about how she's going to make everybody else that is special to herself in her life happy on that morning. The presents that she's going to buy, the parties that she's going to go to, the food that she's going to cook. She's thinking about those other people and thinking to herself, I feel selfish spending my money on me. I feel selfish spending money on myself instead of, or in place of, spending it on all of these other people. When I made my story today, I spoke to that girl. I spoke straight to her. And I talked about the problem that she's facing, which is she wants to spend her money on everybody else, but she's not healthy right now, and she needs to be. And the truth of the matter is that everybody else in her life needs her healthy and happy. They don't, no toy, no gift, no nothing that she could spend money on and give them on Christmas morning would replace or be better than her being happy and getting healthy. I said just at the very end, the price and like what it is that I offered, and that's the solution that I personally can offer. But the main thing is that I spoke specifically, I pointed out her problem and I gave her the solution. So when you are marketing, when you are offering your workouts or the meal plans or a boot camp or coaching, you need to speak to one specific problem, not all of the problems, one at a time. If it is about money, you talk about money. If it's about their body, you talk about their body. And every single day, it's a new problem. You're going to end up repeating them because hopefully she doesn't have that many problems. But every single day is a new thing that you are triggering, a new thing that you are talking to, a new thing that you are solving, okay? You have all of these different things to share about. You can talk about workouts, you can talk about meal plans and everything that goes along with nutrition, so all of the problems that they have with nutrition. You have Energize, you have Shakeology, Recover, Boost, Accountability, Friendships, Income and Income Potential, and then travel opportunities. You have all of these things. Find the problems and use these as the solutions, okay? You are not a fact stater. You don't need to tell her what is in Shakeology in order to get her interested in buying it. She doesn't give a shit what is in Shakeology. I promise you. Even I, who actually cares about, what is in products, I would never buy something because of what's in it. that's an afterthought. I'm buying because of an emotional connection, okay? Especially women, especially women. Okay. And then here are just a couple of posting tips. So I'm just gonna fly through these. Feed posts should evoke emotion. So make sure that you're doing that. Clear images, attractive images, they catch the eye. Show your reality in your video, in videos, stories, voice notes, etc. So, you know, remember that you're showing like who you are and the quirkiness of yourself in those other ways. In your feed, it needs to be curated. It needs to be sexy. It needs to be attractive. You need to be good looking when they come to you. Okay, that's how they're going to invest and learn more about you. If you are somebody who is super stubborn and you're like, I don't want to be the girl who has perfect photos on her page, that's fine. Figure out a way to showcase your real, raw honesty in an attractive way. Your photos still need to look good. Your photos still need to be edited all the same. Your photos still, like maybe one thing that I've been loving is seeing pictures that are edited and then swipe over, it's the regular picture. That's a great way of showcasing real. That's a great way of showcasing like, this is what it actually looks like. But for the page, I wouldn't swipe over if I wasn't even on her page. And I wouldn't be on her page if I didn't like what she looked like, what her page looked like, okay? IG stories, they need to be entertaining for the person. If your viewer gets nothing out of it, delete it. So numerous times. I will go and make stories and I'll be like, this is completely pointless. If somebody watches this, it's literally a waste of their 30 seconds that they're watching. Delete it. There is zero purpose for it. Create content that provides value. Whether it's some form of entertainment, whether it is some form of value, whether it's a form of inspiration, figure it out, give them entertainment, give them value in every single story. Just because you are showcasing your real, honest, authentic, true, self, being funny, that's value. I love to laugh through stories. I think it's freaking hilarious. But listening to you complain about yourself, definitely not. Skip, right? Again, you are not a fact stater, you're a storyteller. Solve the problem that they have by asking if they relate to this. So something you could do is when you're doing your videos of your workouts, instead of just posting your video of your workout, what if you were to say, do you ever struggle going to the gym? Or are you a restarter? Do you find yourself struggling to stay consistent every single week? Something like that, where you're pulling out and you're trying to get to know these problems that they have. This is about them, no matter where you're posting to. This is about them, not all about you. So don't get caught up. Share your stories about yourself, but it's to showcase the solution that's possible for them, okay? So remember, even in your story, you are showing what's possible for them, whether it is through a picture, short story, long story, emotional, video, whatever it is. You are talking for them, not for yourself, okay? Clean your camera. It's honestly that easy. I took a simple picture today when my camera was not clean, and I'll post it in the team page. But clean your camera every single time. Clean your camera. Use clear filters. If it's unattractive or hard to see, avoid it. So avoid anything that is like dark lighting, any weird filters. Like you guys, I am such a, don't use the like mouse or the dog or the worst one, the one that drove me the most crazy, I don't see it anymore, thank God, is the one with those like flying sticky heart things, and it like attached to your face, and people would try and talk seriously. It's so dumb. You can't see the person behind you, or you can't see the person behind all of these like things in their face. So I personally recommend keeping your filters clear. Especially now, it's really cool because Instagram now has all of these like fun filters that you can use. If you don't know how to use them, all you have to do is click at the top of the screen where you see like what the filter name is called. For example, one of them is like coffee bean. you see that it's called that, you click on it and then press save, and it saves to your Instagram stories like selection. So you can come up with a whole bunch of them. Don't choose one that looks dark or doesn't make you look good. Like, guys, I mean, it matters. Your appearance matters. It matters, okay? And I also am not an advocate for black and white. I think black and white is very hard to see. And to me, black and white is, you're trying to hide something, okay? Come out in color. If you don't agree, you don't have to agree, but that's just me personally. I personally don't watch anything in black and white because it's just not attractive to me. So I would stay away from black and white and just find something that's a little bit more comfortable. Find a filter that you like. Find a filter that you like. Filters that I would stay away from in Instagram are, one sec, let me take a picture so I can see. If you swipe over, I used to do all of my videos in like that rainbow color. It's nice, and it used to just like make me feel really attractive because you couldn't see anything. But I find when I'm watching somebody else's stories, or even when I watch my own stories, it's very distracting. So I personally stay away from that. I stay away from black and white. I like bright. The brighter it is, the better. Stay away from this New York one unless it makes the picture really cool looking, like a more creative way. But faces in this one is very distracting in the New York one. I personally use the Buenos Aires, that one. It just looks good on my skin tone. The other ones are all fine. So those would be the ones, the rainbow colored ones, the black and white, and the New York. Those are the three that I recommend staying away from simply because it's just distracting. And then when it comes to filters, like, have fun with it. I mean, I love the retro film. I love the light leak. That was one that I was using a lot. I don't know, just have fun with it, but just make sure that it's attractive. Again, make sure that people can see what you're doing, okay? As long as I can see your face, you're good. You're good. Talk to the camera, please. Turn it on video and talk to us. That's the only way that I'm going to get to know you. I know it's going to feel scary. I know that the first time you make your stories, you're going to want to shit your pants. I get it. Believe me, I understand. You are absolutely not alone whatsoever. But you got to do it. You have to do it. The only way I will get to know who you are is through your story, unless we become friends. And I'm not becoming your friend if I don't know who you are on your social media first, okay? Follow the tracker, like this tracker, either this one or the business activity tracker. It literally tells you exactly what to post in your Instagram stories. Be consistent, please. Be consistent. If you are showing up every once in a while, you are a kind of sort of coach, and you are going to get kind of sort of interested people. Be consistent no matter what. I am not saying that taking a social media day break is not allowed. I am all for it. I do it myself. But here's what I will say. One, do not find yourself getting stuck in social media, because as soon as it becomes about you, you start to get stuck, right? I don't want to show up on social media because I don't want to post. It's not about you. It's about them. Remind yourself that social media is your business. It's not downtime. It's not social time. If you want it to be social, you are not going to use it for your business. Your Instagram is your business. Your Facebook is your business. If you want it to be social for yourself, you need to figure out how to make a boundary for yourself that says this is social time and this is business time. And business does not kind of sort of show up, right? You need to show up over and over and over again, no matter what, doing the same things over and over. Tell the same stories, do the same posts. I do the same PD, Energize every single morning. Every single morning. I do the same workout videos. You need to be consistent. Your posts and your stories are not bringing the people to you. They are giving you the people to invite. So this is really important. I hear a lot of, I am not getting anybody interested. And I'm like, okay, are you doing your invites? No. All right, well, your posting is not what's bringing people to you. Your invites are what are bringing people to you. Your posting gives you the people to invite. Does that make sense? So remember that. And then people don't know why it benefits them until you tell them. That's it, plain and simple. Like, people don't know why it benefits them if you're not telling them. Okay? Okay. I hope that was really helpful as far as what to post and how to share. I would love to do like another one that is a little bit more about stories, but essentially you just need to hone in on using a story to share something about, you know, your boot camp or a workout or something like that. Go and find people who do this and get some ideas. But when it comes to social media, you guys, my biggest suggestion is to not follow a lot of coaches. Stay in your own lane, find your own voice, find your own, you know, who you are, what you do, what you like, what you want to post about, how you want to show up on social media. And the only way you can do that is by staying in your own zone, staying in your own lane, and not getting caught up in what everybody else is doing. But yeah, that's it. Does anybody have any questions before we hop off? No, we're good? Okay. If we've got no questions, then we are done. You guys, excellent. You guys are awesome. Way to stick around. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. But go tell stories. Tell stories to share. Stop selling. Stop telling facts. Share, 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 share. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys soon.